Welcome to TMX Adventures, Lisa here. Hey, today I'm going to start processing the massive chunk of garlic, no, not garlic, ginger I pulled from the garden a few days ago. Now, it's huge and it's amazing to think it grows so easily from this tiny chunk. So today I was like, where do I start? What do I do? Sometimes having an abundance of things is actually overwhelming, isn't it? So the great thing about Cookie Do is we can go searching for recipes, but we can also go searching for recipes to help us store it. So some of this I'm going to freeze, and I'm going to put in the deep freezer so it's there for later on in the year. In the past, I have turned it into pastes and stuff, and I'm sure with this much I will turn it into paste. My mistake over the last few years, and I think I actually moved it from my freezer at my old house to this house, is that sometimes when it's frozen in a jar, you don't actually defrost it to use. And I'm fairly certain in my moving from one house to the other, I brought it with us. And then when one of our freezers here died, it went in the bin. So I'm not going to do too much paste this year. I'll do enough paste to make tandoori paste and maybe a bonus bit left over in some silicone trays. But I did make that mistake before where I've made years ago like jars of it and then I put it in the freezer and yeah, never got used because when it's frozen, it's rock hard, right? So anyway, today I'm going to show you how awesome the peeler is. Okay, now if you haven't got the blade cover peeler, have a demo, get one, or go to the mix shop and buy one. Make sure my name's displayed before you check out, okay? Lisa Keegan. These are amazing, okay? I use it at least a couple of times a week, most often peeling potatoes. I love nothing more than putting 800 grams of potatoes and sweet potatoes, sometimes even carrots, into it. And I put it on for 4 minutes and I walk away and I come back, my dirty brown potatoes are now clean and peeled, ready to be sliced, roasted, whatever you want to do with them. I love it. This morning we used it for poached eggs. I actually had to wash it up. When I say wash it up, I rinsed it. But because our barbecue ran out of gas, and normally we make a massive cook up for breakfast every morning, and it was out of gas, didn't have any more gas, had to bring it inside to finish cooking, and the kids were like, can we have poached eggs? So I put this in and did poached eggs. Some of you saw the photo the other day. We had a birthday last week and poached eggs was on the menu. So yeah, that's what ours typically gets used for. But peeling is amazing. And I'm going to show you this today. These are dirty ginger bits. They've literally, the child I think hosed it off when we picked it, harvested it. Is that the right word? But they've still got dirt on them, well and truly. So I'm going to actually, once these are peeled, there'll be a little bit left over because what the peeler can't do is it can't peel indents. So if something is indented, it can't get on the embossing on here to remove the skin. Will I worry? Probably not, unless it's a clump of dirt. Okay. So otherwise, let me show you how to use this today. If you've bought one of these in the mix shop and you put me down as your consultant, by the way, hopefully I have sent you a ebook. I go through and I try and do it monthly so I don't get too overwhelmed. And I send, if you've bought some specific things from the mix shop, like I've got an ebook for the cutter, which is phenomenal. You're going to see a image today come up of actually a beautiful potato bake style thing that I can't pronounce properly that I did at a cutter demo the other day. So there's a cutter ebook I've put together for you guys with hints and tips. I've got one for this. I've got one for the sensor. So I try and go through, and sometimes like if you bought baking trays and stuff, I've said a thank you email. And I might share a favorite recipe with those baking trays and stuff. But if it's these things that are, with your Thermomix with a recipe, I actually specifically send you something helpful through because I hope that you use it to its potential. Okay, I don't want it to be a dust collector. I don't want you to put this in the back of the cupboard and forget it's there. So let's go on to this recipe. There is a guided recipe for it. I'm not going to use it today because I want those of you with a TM5 to be able to use yours as well. So I'm going to talk about how to do that. But I'm going to use my modes on my TM6. So when I swipe sideways, I have modes. By the way, this is 800 grams and in this container, and I've broken them into hunks. I'll talk about that more in a second. I'm going to come down to my little peeler symbol down here. Yours may live in a different place. I have rearranged my screen on various online demos showing people how to do that, so mine is not necessarily right. By the way, if you want an online demo, let me know. I'd love to jump online with you and 2 friends. Takes about half an hour. I'll cook for you. If you've got a Thermomix, you're welcome to have friends to your house and we cook simultaneously. You know, a bit of a dinner party. But yeah, I'd love to do that. I see it's one of my favorite things. I tend to do one every couple of days. People all over Australia with varying amounts of Thermomix ownership time. Is that a word? I'm not even sure, but you know what I mean, like skills and abilities and interests. And I tend to try and cater it to you and where you're at with your thermomixing. So if you're brand new, we start, you know, right there. But if you're well experienced, we do something a little bit crazy and extreme, which is lots of fun as well, lots of laughs. Okay, so if you wanted one of those, reach out and we can organize that. It's amazing. So this goes on over the top and it simply slots on down like that. Okay, now you can see with the mode it says 4 minutes and a peeler. Now yours might show up with the information screen. On the top right corner there's a little eye with a circle around it. When you first start using your Thermomix, these pop up all the time, and you've got to use the little checkbox down the bottom that says don't allow this to happen, so that it doesn't come up every time. Okay, so once you're confident, you can get rid of it so that you can be reminded how to use it. By the way, watching on today, comment, engage, like, all that stuff, so that this shows up in your newsfeed. If you stop engaging, guess what? They stop showing up, okay? So make sure you engage in some way, and do share these. If you've got someone who grows their own ginger, or you've got someone who is into preserving food, or if you've got someone who's got a Thermomix and it might be of interest to them, share these videos, because I'd love for them to get the most out of their Thermomix as well, okay? So this says, use this mode with the Thermomix blade cover peeler to scrub and peel root vegetables mechanically with a TM6. Place the peeler into the Thermomix blades, making sure the higher sides of the peeler on top of the higher position blades. Then press the peeler down to secure it. I can't read sideways. To the Thermomix blade. When placed correctly, there will be a slight resistance. To remove it, it won't come off directly. Okay, so that's awesome. Something to note. If you have the original blade cover, which was not a peeler, this will not work. So if yours is made out of the same polypropylene as the simmering basket, this is not going to work to peel things. Yours works great as a poaching thing and a slow cook thing, but not to peel. Okay, yours is a blade cover, not a blade cover peeler. Okay, just thought I should add that in. Add 600 grams of water to the mixing bowl and a maximum of 800 grams of raw vegetables. 4 minutes peeling time is recommended for most of these. Increase if needed to 6 minutes. Okay, so you'll even find these instructions, there we go, under the under things like the pre-clean and stuff. Okay, I need my scales. Let's bring up scales. Let's weigh these things in. So in goes my 800 grams of dirty, broken into hunks. So what I've done, or you can even hear the dirt falling. What I've done is I've broken them apart so that they're mostly, I'll show you the scales. There you go, 770, but I've got a piece in my hand. Mostly into circular kind of things. As I said, if it's got an indent, it's not going to chop well. So I'm not anticipating, oh, here we go. Here's a perfect example. See how that's got an indent in there? If I leave that in there, it will not clean or peel because it can't get in there, yeah? This works by it abrasively rubbing on that plate at the bottom. So what I'm going to do, is what I've done already with most of it, I've missed this bit, is if I can, cut it or break it. And now I've got chunks that it will probably get rid of most of it. I probably should have cut that. You can see there it's got an outie still, but that's okay. All right. Varying sizes in there. The little bits on the outer are generally broke off. I haven't broken that bit off. I can't break it off. My fingers are too. Anyway, I'm too weak. Now I need some water, 600 grams of water. I'll just grab this. One of the kids kindly filled up this for me yesterday. It's been sitting on the bench. Not for this. I don't know what it was filled up for. Okay, 600 grams of water. So this kind of gives it that bounce around, makes it move. Now I'm going to get you to hang out with me for 4 minutes because I want to show you the final product, okay? So bear with me for 4 minutes. Those of you on YouTube, I'll cut this out and I'll re-come back in. Remember as well, those of you on Facebook, everything goes up on YouTube, and YouTube's a great searching library. So it's a great place to be able to go and actually find recipes. If you can't find it because it's disappeared in the world of Facebook, go over there, search TMXing Adventures, and then you can look for it in my library. That's actually what it's there for. It's a library. Okay, let's bring this cutter up. So it's here, not cutter, peeler, sorry. And all we do to activate it, make sure your lid goes in place. Measuring cup essential. If you have a TM5 measuring cup without the little feet, stay close. You'll need to kind of have your hand over the top. Don't press down hard. We never press down hard on our measuring cup. But the reason being is it will bounce a whisker because this is going to rattle around. So all we do, if you've got a TM5, you do this. If I've got a TM6, I don't need to. But it does that. while that's happening, I don't know if I can show you some cookie dough recipes. Let's see if I can do this. Bear with me for a second, guys. I haven't done this before. Oh, look at that, I can. Okay, on cookie dough, if you want to find how to recipes, and I hope you can hear me, we actually go search into the little green search bar with nothing there. Go search. Okay, now we're here. We now come up to filters up here. And we click on filter. Hopefully you can hear me. We scroll down and we want to find specific kind of recipes. We come down to Thermomix cover and we click on it. Then I can go show results. And I have 365 recipes that involve, that was not what I wanted, was it, guys? Try again. Not the cutter, Lisa. We want the blade cover, try that. And we want the peeler, try that. There we go, we're ready. Alright, now we have 263 recipes that use this. Okay, so we've got things like hummus, we've got there's our eggs, we've got more Turkish eggs. That's an amazing recipe. I can highly recommend that. Slow cooked meatballs and tomato sauce, fantastic. Slow cooked lamb curry, we have that, it's beautiful too. Fish soup, lamb ragu, so many options here. Always check your star rating. You want to make sure it's a well-rated star, yeah? Slow cooked corn. Look at this stuff. Beautiful recipes here in English. There's some sous vide recipes. Slow cooked potatoes, stewed fruit. Yum. Amazing. Look at that. Slow cooked beetroot. There's our brekkie. That was our poached eggs we made this morning. Vinegar is hugely important in that. Don't skip it out, okay? So many yummy. Oh, refried beans. I'm not sure whether to say yum or not. So many recipes to choose from here though, okay? Look at this. These are all recipes that include the glaze cover peeler. Side sous vide pairs, yum. Absolutely amazing. 1 minute, 20 seconds to go. Okay? If you want to rehydrate chickpeas or some other legumes, there you go, that's there. Ongoing. Lots to choose from. Now you know you can use another filter in this, so if there's something you're specifically after, maybe you want to do this in the shortest time possible, you can change relevance to shortest time, or you might want to go, hey, I want the best rated recipes. Chicken stock, there you go, put your own chicken in here with the blade cover, and actually make your own chicken stock. Peel of little potato salad, yum. Beautiful. Lots of delicious recipes. We've got this option here to change this heading. Usually when I'm in a hurry, I'm in shortest time. I don't think I'm going to find the shortest time recipe with the blade cover peeler though. Okay? So, go back to the front. Something I want to show you here as well is one more thing. I've got 20 seconds. Let me go to search. Under here, this little drop down has collections, which is the front cover of books. Yeah? So there's our magazine cover. But there's also a drop down for articles. Now, I'm going to wait for it to stop. Okay, I can talk to you over this. Just want to tell you something. Now, we've got double ups here because at the moment I've also got different countries. Let me just remove these for a second. When I remove them here under filter, it won't remove my actual general results when I search. Here we go. Have you looked at this awesome section on your cookie dough? Okay, it has to be on a desktop. You won't find it on your app, but articles. This is amazing. It's like a blog section on different things. I learned how to do pastries through pastries more efficiently through one of these here. You can search them as well. So up here I can type pastry, and now I have different pastry options. There's troubleshooting, there's pastry, short crust by hand, puff pastry with the Thermomix, and there's videos, there's all sorts of things there. So if you have not looked at articles, it's time to do so, okay? Just let me just come back here for a second. Let me get rid of pastry, just in case you couldn't hear me over the Thermomix, which is possible. Just gonna go search. You'll see my filters all returned. What I did there when the Thermomix was going is I went to filter, I scrolled down here, and I initially did cutter. Oops, sorry guys, I have blade cover. That's if you've got the old one. But if you've got both, you need to go blade cover. And when you've got both, if you've got version 2 where it's got both in one, you want to go both. And now I've got those recipes. That's what I was showing you, just in case you couldn't hear me. Anyway, let's get back to this other one. Here we go. There I am, I'm back. All right, hopefully that was helpful. I haven't done that before where I was showing you other things in it. Oh, that's exciting. Okay, let's have a look. Oh my goodness, look at the peelings. My first thought is there's a lot of peels. All right, let's grab a simmering basket. Ideally, I'd need to wash this off in a sink, I think, to give the proper view of it. But let's grab a big bit and I'll show you what it looks like. So there is no skin left on that side. There's an innie side here with a little bit of skin left. I'm not worried about that. I mean, this is going to be all soft skin anyway. But look at that. Even the little bits, they're a bit, I can't show you well. It's all covered in its little dusty stuff. Let's pour it out and let's see what we can do. So, see if I can do this without making a mess. And what I'm going to quickly do is I'm going to run over to the sink. I'm going to rinse these off so you can see the final thing. Now, don't put your peelings down the sink. Number one, I reckon it might clog your sink. Not sure. Has the potential to. Pour it in your garden. It's really, really good for your garden. You can see the mess left in there. That's all those peelings. Give me one moment. I'm going to go drain this over here. Not drain it. Rinse it. Not drain it. Coming back. What I've done, guys, is there are so many peeling bits because this was so many bits and they're big and small that I'm going to have to individually wash them, which is fine. That's easy. If I had a Varoma, that would make it easier. They're not so compact in a Varoma. They'd be spread out further. But check that out. How cool is that? So as I said, innies like this, the innie there, you know, it's not off. Do I worry? Not really. Are they clean now? Yes. Can I now put them flat on a tray, freeze them, and then put them away? Yes. And that is ultimately what I want to do. Talking about freezing and putting away, what I will bring to you in the coming days is we've got broccoli that we've started harvesting. Now, yesterday, and I will bring you a video showing you this, I cleaned it all up. I put it into florets. I bought the Thermomix to the boil using kettle mode. I love the TM6 that it's got these inbuilt modes that you just don't even have to use your brain for. When I had a TM31 and TM5, I often, way too many times that I'd like to remember, would forget to turn on the temperature, right? So I remember, has anyone done this? Where you've actually cooked a chicken for 90 minutes without turning the temperature on? Or was it just me? And I love with the TM6, I don't do that because I've got modes like kettle where you actually just put your water in. Where is my kettle? There it is, kettle. Turn it on, bring it to the boil. And then after that, I stopped it. And then I actually put it on egg boiler mode. Now, egg boiler mode is a stationary boil. You literally on a TM6 put the eggs in the bottom, turn with the water, turn the dial, and it stays still and it boils it like a pan on a pot on a stove would. I don't have pots anymore. I don't need them. I've got a Thermomix. So I used then, once it came to the boil, I put it on that mode and I put all my broccoli in and I cooked it for 3 minutes. And that's called, oh, it's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember what it's called. But it's anyway, wherever you keep all the nutrients in and then you take it out, you put it in icy water and then you freeze it flat and put it in a Glad bag. And you've actually made frozen broccoli that you could buy at the supermarket, but you know what's in it. You know, like, what is that called, guys? Oh God, it's not braising. What is it called? There's a name for it. You cook it for 3 minutes. You, in essence, are just storing all the nutrients in it. You're making it so that it doesn't go wilted and gross in the freezer. And then, yeah, you can put it away. And you can put it away, like it can stay in the freezer airtight for forever. Like it just stays there. It'll lose, you know, it'll get the ice on the outside and stuff over time. It loses quality, but it's, yeah, broccoli. How cool is that? I will bring that to you. I love bringing this stuff to you, you know, because sometimes you might be able to buy cheap heads of broccoli at your local, you know, fruit barn for 59 cents or 99 cents. And you could buy a dozen of them. With a Thermomix, it's super easy. You can literally cook off a whole chunk in one go, put it in the water bath, the ice bath, freeze it, bag it up, and you know then that, you know, when this is, how it was made, you're storing it away for another time when they've got it at $5.90 for a head of broccoli. You know, like how good is that? So anyway, I will bring that to you. Ginger, peeling, blade cover peeler, love it, game changer. If you haven't got one and you've got a TM5 or a TM6, you need to get one. Speed 4 for those of you with the TM5, by the way. So 4 minutes, speed 4, off it goes, and that's how you do it on TM5. But I love that the TM6 just keeps getting better and better. They keep putting more modes out. I'm waiting. I'm hoping one day we might see like a steaming mode or something like that. How cool would that be to have a steaming mode? We don't have it yet. I don't even know if they're testing one, but I'd love one. And things like that. So anyway, I hope you find these videos helpful. Reach out if you'd like a demo, or just reach out if you want to tell me what you're making. I love to hear from you. I love to know that you're finding these videos helpful. And you know, you may not have ginger now, but it might be something you decide to go, you know, plant a chunk that you've just bought for a random recipe that's looking a bit manky. Plant it and see what happens in 9 months. And you come back and watch this video and know how to process your massive chunk of ginger that you really had no idea you were planning on using. So anyway, I can't wait. I'm going to gift it to people and things like that. I mean, there's so much there. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I know I'm going to make the most of it. And that's the beauty of the Thermomix. It makes it easy to make the most of it. So anyway, guys, have a fantastic day. Take care. Let me know if you'd like that demo. Maybe you and a couple of family members jump online, watch me cook, grab yourself a host reward. There is things like, there's not just the blade cover peeler. If you've got that already, like there's Cookie Do subscription on there. There is a kitchen tool kit. There's, I think, the glider boards on there. There's, of course, the thermo servers and the thermo mats, which I rave about and love. But anyway, thanks for joining me today. I hope you learned something amazing and new about your Thermomix. Let me know if I can help. Remember to go over and subscribe to TMXing Adventures if you're new around here, so you get the updates. I am in the midst of a batch cooking series. I know this was not batch cooking today. The ginger will be used in the tikka masala though in the next couple of days, so keep an eye out for that. I think that's going to be tomorrow. But take care, and I'll see you in the next video soon. Bye for now.